We have Mr. Satadal, sir. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Should I? Okay, thank you so much. How many of you are sitting with someone familiar to you, you already know? Just raise your hand. Lovely. That once again proves that the attachment theory. And attachment theory is purely about this. We always try to sit or talk to someone who we already know. And my request to all of you is that for a moment, for next 30 seconds, is it okay to sit next to the person you do not know? And for the next 15 minutes, you continue sitting with that person who you do not know? Is it okay? Yeah? Can we?
Yes.
All right, if you are not able to move from your chair to the other chair, that's okay. Just at least find out, look around, find out a person that you have not spoken so far. And I believe all of us are from the L&D and HR domain, so this fraternity, we always look out at our employees. If you look at our objective is to make sure that our employees are learning. Am I right? One of the primary goals that we exist here is to ensure that our employees are learning. And learning defines as the relatively permanent change in the behavior. Let's see where we are in terms of our relatively permanent change in our behavior. And with your newfound friend sitting next to you, can you just ask one question? When was the last time you picked up a learning for yourself? In next 30 seconds, can you please check with your partner and check when was the last time you picked up a learning for yourself, not for your employees? Thank you so much.
He says today itself.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much. How many of you are actually talking to someone really stranger you do not know, you never spoke since morning? Wonderful, thank you so much. And I have a question for all of us is that we all want our employees to learn. It's essential for us also how much time or money that we are investing for our own learning. And maybe I can even ask, how much percentage of your earning is invested on your own learning? 5%, 10%, or whatever. So that's critical for all of us as L&D folks. And the topic what we are going to talk about today is Phygital, which is actually not a dictionary word. I'm a Bengali, and Bengalis are very good at making jhal muri, if you know. So it's physical plus digital makes it Phygital, which actually does not exist in a dictionary. Now, Phygital approach to playful learning experience. And actually, they are two different things. And let's see in next, maybe I have 13 minutes more. In the next 13 minutes, how can we club this together? Are you all in?
Yes.
Super, thank you so much. So here you go. I'm a father of 18-year-old, and I believe most of us have child at home. Please show some empathy to me. I have a question for you. How many of you agree to this? I think this one. How many of you agree to this? Please show some empathy for a 18-year-old son's father. Yeah? Agree? Thank you so much. I can relate to. So, digital is a distraction. And when I'm saying this, I also see a lot of us are actually engaged on our mobile phone. That's pretty much normal today. All right. And our colleagues, previous speakers, they actually spoke that how mobile phone or digital is enabling their learning. Is it not a paradox? Yeah? So yes, it is a paradox, and I'm here to acknowledge that paradox here in front of all of you. So how many of you agree to this? I think all of us, right? All of us agree to this fact that digital is the way of life today. It's way of learning today. Now, the middle ground that I want to create here is digital creates distraction, which is also true, and at the same time, digital enables our learning, also true. It all depends on the context. And I want all of us to acknowledge this truth that are we really focusing on the context? I can see a lot of companies, e-learning companies are present over here, and there are good news for them that here is some data. So by next 5 years, the e-learning market is predicting to reach $550 billion, a huge market. Almost mobile learning, and we, in fact, mobile has become part of our body organ. We feel restless, I mean, we feel breathlessness without touching the mobile for some time. So mobile learning is growing at the rate of 23%. If you look at the number of people taking up online courses, 57 million in the next 2 years. And the digital education market in the next, just next year, 2025, is going to reach 38 billion with a CAGR of 34%. Expected to cross 118 billion in the next 3 years. That means there is a lot of good news for all of us. Does it mean that digital is the only way? Cannot be the only way. So digital is not the only way. That's the thing that we want to acknowledge over here. And I'm sure all of us run various interventions in our respective organizations. We basically choose what fits where. Right? Maybe next 30 seconds, again, go back to your partner and check. When you picked up your learning for yourself, what did you like most? Is it the physical, or is it digital, or it's a combination of both? Yeah, it's both. It's both, because we cannot exist on one side by compromising on the other side. So yeah, there are benefits, there are pros and cons on both sides. Physical learning, we know how it is placed when it comes to high engagement through face-to-face interaction. Just last week only we had almost like 40 senior leadership team coming in one place, spending the entire week together. It was a huge point of connection, building collaboration with each other, multifunctional team coming together and meeting together for 5 days, right? So I don't think that is possible through digital platform, right? Now, while we brought them together, we spent time together in a physical setup, can I do it every month, every time? That's not possible. So how do I keep them engaged and do the follow-ups? Maybe when it comes to the follow-up, that's where digital plays a very important role. Stronger social emotional connection, better for collaboration and teamwork, and instant feedback, real-time discussions, more immersive hands-on activities, etc. We can do it in physical setup. While on the other side with digital, there are various advantages like it's scalable, cost-effective, accessible anytime, anywhere. That's how we are talking about the mobile phone and how can learning travel with you. Gamification, interaction elements, etc. All of these we all know. I'm not adding any new elements over here. What I'm saying is that it's important for all of us to acknowledge what will work when. When I'm choosing a physical intervention, when I'm choosing a digital intervention, and when I'm mixing and using a combination of all of that. Yeah. So there are limited scalability for physical, and I also want to throw you a question is that are we only doing digital just because to save cost? Is it a matter of compromise? or it's a strategic decision that we want to play, right? So, I think the pros and cons are both the sides. We need to choose wisely what works. One size does not fit all. All of us need to focus on as to what will work where, and what I am trying to say here is that let me share with you a personal experience. For the past 4 years, I am learning something called as psychodrama. I am a professional coach and I do a lot of process lab for my leadership team. So, psychodrama that I am learning, every 3 months, 12 of us, we go together, meet in person, do our process, and we learn from each other, and that kind of immersive learning is not possible in a digital medium. You have to be fully present, mentally and physically present for getting into that immersive learning, and we are doing it for the past 4 years. Every 3 months we go there. Now, along with that, we also do every month we connect one Saturday, one Sunday, and we invest almost 10 hours together online. So, that is how we are actually using both the powers and using it. So, because of the in the interest of time, I am just quickly running through what the best use cases for digital learning, what are the best use cases for our physical learning. We are all experts in our respective domain. The only request is that instead of putting a or, how do we inculcate an and? It's physical and digital, which is going to be going to give us more immersive learning and create playful and immersive and scalable learning outcomes for all of us. Now, next 3 slides, I want to talk about the next element of our presentation today, which is playfulness. Now, we have been talking very serious for almost 10 minutes now. Why playfulness is important for us? Because the basic neuroscience says that we are all child in big bodies. We love to play, and the moment you bring all the senior folks together, if you are able to break that ice in the beginning, they will come and play like a small baby. So, why? Because neuroscience plays an important role. It enhances your retention, it enhances your memory, it creates a fantastic memorability, and it also releases a dopamine, hormone called dopamine, which is important for your, which is also known as the happy hormone, right? So, releases and enhances motivation, memory, and learning retention. So, I would like to talk about the Gen Zs. Here the data says that Gen Zs are actually asking for more playful learning. I would differ slightly. It's not only the Gen Zs. I would rather say everyone, each one of us love to play. Now, as L&D folks, how we are creating that environment for all our employees, including the top leadership team, and bring that playfulness in our learning design, right? So, I would like to end this with this beautiful quote by George Bernard Shaw. We don't stop playing because we grow old, rather we grow old because we stop playing. Make sense? And with this, I would like to leave you with a question that how can we bring playfulness in the design of both physical as well as digital learning setup. Thank you so much, and if you have any questions, and if they have
Sir is
time,
around, you can ask him questions directly.